Built by the people, for the people. At the University of Waikato, we are visionary pioneers. Founded on innovation and excellence, we are 60 years young and part of an international community doing good for the people and the planet. Breathing life into our mission, Ko Te Tangata, we are boldly forging partnerships internationally and acting locally. Connecting people and knowledge with industry for a better world. From our world-class facilities, we are working with industry and business, developing knowledge and technology to support New Zealand to win on the global stage, and helping our communities at home adapt and thrive in a changing world. From our visionary founders and world-leading alumni to our dedicated researchers striving for a fairer world and a cleaner planet, students at the University of Waikato walk in the footsteps of greatness. Ko Te Tangata, we are for the people and we're just getting started. Kia ora koutou katoa. Good morning and welcome to this University of Waikato graduation ceremony. Thank you for coming to celebrate this important occasion with our graduating students. The ceremony will begin shortly, so please ensure your phones and any other devices are switched off or on silent. In case of an emergency, the exits from the theatre, the two doors you came in, and the doors along the side are all clearly marked. Please be aware these doors are now closed and the ceremony will be approximately 45 minutes long, so we ask that you remain seated for its duration unless you have an urgent reason. The official party, followed by the graduands for today's ceremony, will soon proceed into the room and I will ask you to stand as they enter. At the end of the ceremony, please remain standing to allow the procession of our new graduates out. Thank you and please enjoy today's proceedings. Please stand.
Haere mai rā, piki mai, kake mai, whakatau mai a, haere mai rā. Koutou o ngā hau e whā, ngā tōpito Aotearoa o te ao, tēnā koutou ko tau mai tēnei rā. Mauria mai o koutou, tīpuna o koutou, whānau ki Wainganui a mātou i tēnei wā. Nā rātou i para i te huarahi, kia māmai ta koutou haere i tēnei ao. Nō reira, ko rātou, ko huri tuara ki a tātou katoa, me mihi, me mahara. Ko rātou o koutou tauira, mā koutou anō e whakatauira atu ki a rātou katoa. haere mai, haere mai, haere mai rā. Ko koutou ngā manu ko kai i te mātou ranga. No koutou tēnei au i tēnei wā. Mā koutou anō e para i te huarahi, kei mua i a koutou. Hei paenga mō ngā mokopuna, ngā tamariki, a tātou uri e heke mai nei. Nau mai, piki mai, haere mai, i runga i te karanga o te whare wānanga o te aroa ki Tauranga Moana. Ki te ngākau mau, te manawa roa, i hangaia, i runga i te ingoa, i ngā ingoa o Ngāti Rangi Nui, Ngāti Pūkenga, Ngai Te Rangi. Nau mai, haere mai.
Te hei mauri ara kia tātou. A pūhia mai te hau i tau hao ta marangai ki mātua. Ko moi rua ko ringa mutu. Ko te kāwau i kore whiwhi. Kau hoe te moana o Tauranga ki mawao. Ka te tiro, ki tua, ki te awa iti. Ko te toka tirikawa. Ka ngaro, ka ea. I te toka a tirikawa. Nō reira, i runga i ngā tīmata ngā kore, huri nei ngā patu ki te runga rawa. Ko ia tonu kei te apu, kei te mana ki a tātou, ko tuku nā takaranga tō tātou, ko ia ki a koutou kātoa o ngā hau e whā kua tau mai. Me ngā tauira kua tau mai tēnei rā, nei rā te rā ki te whakanui a koutou katoa, ka nui te miha ki a koutou e akuranga tira. Me o whānau, ngā tamariki mokopuna kua tau mai tēnei rā, nau mai, whakatau mai. Hoi nō tā mātou tēneki, hei inui atu ki a koutou, hei whakatau i a mātou i raro i ngā manaakitanga o te atua. Kei inui tātou, e tō mātou matua nei o te rangi ki a tapua no tō ingoa, nei rā mātou e hui ko tahi ana. I tēnei rā, whakahira, he whakamau mahara, e nei o tātou, tamariki, mokopuna, tauira, o akonga i tēnei rā. E whiwhikia nei e rātou o rātou tohu mō ngā mahi whakahaeretia rātou ki ngā tau ki muri. Nei rā mātou ringa matau, mātou i api, i roto i tēnei huihuinga i runga i te matu te tama me te wairua tapu tūtiru whakamaua kia tīna, haumi e hui e, tai ki e, kia ora tātou.
Tamati. Ngā tamara wahau tēnā koe. Good morning, everyone. Could I ask you to remain standing for the singing of the national anthem of my... Good morning and welcome to this graduation ceremony for Te Wānanga o Ngā Kete, the Division of Arts, Law, Psychology and Social Sciences. My name is Neil Quigley. I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Waikato. I'd like to begin by thanking all of you, our graduates and your family and friends, for taking the time to be here this morning to celebrate with the university staff and others from the Bay of Plenty community the important event that is your graduation. This is a time to reflect on the learning and the personal growth you've achieved in completing your qualification. Give thanks for the opportunities you've had to meet students from a diverse range of backgrounds and to spend time with the friends that you've made while studying at the University of Waikato. It is my pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of the University. Chancellor has the role of chairing the University Council, which is the governance body of the university. And in that capacity this morning, it's her role to confer the certificates, diplomas and degrees on all of the graduates of the university. Will everyone please welcome to the podium the Chancellor of the University of Waikato, Susan Hassel.
I hei Māori ora, pai au, ki te ao marama, e nā mātawaka, e nā hau. Nau mai haere mai ki tēnei kaupapa whakahiri rā, nau mai haere mai, whakatau mai, tēnā koutou katoa. It is a very genuine pleasure to have this opportunity both to speak briefly on behalf of the university staff and my fellow council members at this very special occasion, my first graduation at Tauranga University in my new role as Chancellor, so it's very exciting for me. So the Tauranga campus of Waikato University. It's also very special to share this celebration of achievement and success with these wonderful people at this graduation ceremony. I thank our special guest for his presence here today. Derek Shaw, who is sitting at my right, has joined us this morning. I also offer a warm welcome to our graduate speaker this morning, who is here with us at the front, Jessica Taft, who will be speaking on behalf of our graduates later on in this ceremony. And I also thank any other special guests who are here today, and I thank everyone who is here sharing this special day with your loved one. It's a wonderful occasion. So as we share this occasion, we must reflect upon its significance for our graduates and for each one of us who's gathered here today to be with them. And we meet to celebrate here in our Tauranga campus. It's symbolic that we do so and that you're able to graduate here, ladies and gentlemen, where you've studied together, where you've spent time together in a physical space, where you have achieved your goals and where you have each succeeded in realising your dream through hard work and commitment. It's a world which sits at the heart of this beautiful city, and today you complete this stage of your journey here together in this space where you have spent time in the past. This is your space, and today we experience this rite of passage with you and with these people who you love, because you too are the heart of our world. You too are at the centre of our university. Our staff are dressed traditionally, and I am dressed traditionally this morning, and we are present today to recognise the significance of this occasion and to honour each of you and to recognise your wonderful achievement. So today is special. It is wonderful. It's a genuine celebration both of your success and of the time we've shared. And it's a time of reflection as we recognise the ending of this part of your journey and as you look forward to what the future will bring. And I speak often of the verities and the truths upon which we must reflect as we travel through our lives. Hunter S. Thompson stated that to give advice about life implies something very close to egomania, and so I won't give you advice, or with humility, ask that you reflect with intention on the years you have spent with us and on the future which lies ahead for you. And hold on to those verities that I speak so often about, and I often quote a wonderful quote from the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, that we all have to live a life filled with hope and filled with joy, and most of all filled with love. And we must always understand the critical need to have faith in our future, which we trust will bring those qualities of love and hope and joy to our lives. And it's that truth which this morning I ask you to reflect upon. The great existentialist psychiatrist Irvin Yalom used the phrase meaningful uncertainty to describe the way in which one should approach life. Not with unthinking optimism that we will all be fine, or not with a sense of pessimism that it won't, but with a genuine understanding that life is uncertain, and yet that it will be meaningful and rewarding, providing we develop the capacity to accept the reality of uncertainty in life ahead, with hope and with faith and with love. So our sense of hope and joy must be grounded in an understanding of the world as it is, a world of meaningful uncertainty. The wonderful writer Viktor Frankl spent most of World War II in a prisoner of war camp in Auschwitz. He lost his mother, he lost his father, he lost his brothers in the mass murders of those camps. And he survived. And straight after the war in 1946, he wrote a beautiful book, I recommend it. It's called Yes to Life in Spite of Everything. And in his book, he cautions against the defeatist Holocaust-inspired end-of-the-world mindset that occurred at the end of World War II. But he also cautions against the blithe optimism of those who are looking forward. His solution to finding a sense of meaning and purpose in our life is to change the question that we ask. In the final analysis, and I quote from his book, the question we ask of the meaning of life is not asked in the right way. It is not we who are to ask, what can I expect of life, but rather, what does life expect of me? We are the ones who must answer, not the ones who must ask. And because of this, both the joy and suffering of our lives in this wonderful world can be put into perspective, because both are what makes life meaningful. Our existence is uncertain, but it's also meaningful, because we can and must live that life of purpose in our response to that question. It's not only the uniqueness of the individual life as a whole, but it's the uniqueness of every day and every hour that provides our sense of purpose and the reality of both sorrow and joy. Any hour whose demands from life we do not fulfill is forfeited for all eternity. And every hour in which we seize the opportunity is ours forever. And so Frankl's conclusion, which I share with you today, is everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any set of circumstances. Because in the end, we're each responsible for our own answer to the question, what does life expect of me? So today, my message to you, my final advice to you as you realize the end of one part of your life's journey, is that you must live a life in which you have faith, the faith to dare, to think the unthinkable, but still to act within the limits of the realistically possible, to live a life filled with hope and a life filled with love, a life filled with impatience, looking for every possibility within the reality. That's a sign that my time's up, people, so thank you. I'm nearly finished. Looking for every possibility within the reality of genuine possibilities. Only then can life be purpose-driven, and only then can we answer the universal question. I'd like to thank everybody here this morning for being a part of this occasion. Your presence is special. And I congratulate every one of our graduates today. And today, we offer our very best wishes for your future. May it bring you much joy and much happiness and the realisation of all of your hopes and dreams. Aroha noi, ngā mihi atu tēnā koutou katoa.
The Chancellor will now officially confer the degrees, diplomas and certificates on the graduands here today and those listed in the schedule but not in attendance. Graduands, will you all please stand now?
I, Susan Hassel, Chancellor of the University of Waikato, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do now confer the following degrees and award the diplomas and certificates to the candidates here today and those listed in the schedule but not in attendance. Congratulations. As graduates of the University of Waikato, you may now put on your trenchers.
Graduates, please be seated. Each graduate will now be called to the front of the room individually to be congratulated and to receive their certificates. Chancellor, I have the honour to present the graduates from Te Wānanga o Ngā Kete, the Division of Arts, Law, Psychology and Social Sciences. The certificates will be presented by the Pro Vice Chancellor of the Division, Professor Tim Smith.
Will the graduates for the degree of Master of Applied Psychology please come forward? Margot Isabel Burton. Belinda Joy Frame. Will the graduate for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours please come forward? Clifford John Paxton. Will the graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please come forward? Elise Sylvia Broughton. Isabella Rose Greer. Aurelia Rose Faye Leroy. Shanika Kaya Pancha. Pauline Tarvili Wolf. Azaria Miriana Uinuku Wihapi. Will the graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Laws please come forward? Martina Lucia Adler del Puerto. Sarah Grace Alexander. Ari Boer. Keely Ann Carr. Alastair Russell Denise. Mitchell Davidson Dixon. Lauren Floor. Te Manaki Aroha Hoani. Alice Rachel Lane. Brianna Madison Perry. Vanshika Sharma. Jessica Claire Taft. Ellen Anne-Marie Taylor. Nathan Ian Thompson. Zoe Frances Rose Trower. Manawa Moterangi Mikey Verco. Ali Marie Wollaston. Will the graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Sciences please come forward? Kelly Gwen Berenston. Oliver Samuel Blaber. Andre Brian Butler. Aldene Griesel. Amelie Enrica Harsent Brown. Constance Lara Jefferson. Philippa Erin O'Leary. Madeline Christine Pardo. Millicent Amy Pinder. Storm Reese Roberts. April Rose Sharp. Elizabeth Kate Simpson. Belle Yeoman. Will the graduate for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work please come forward? Nehana Malakai Kahukura. Will the graduates for the postgraduate diploma in psychology please come forward? Alicia Desiree Harley. Libby Jane Scott. Will the graduate for the graduate diploma in international languages and cultures please come forward? Cherie Yolanda Wyatt. Will the graduate for the graduate diploma in law please come forward? Vashish Bhagirathi. Chancellor.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the graduate speaker for this ceremony, Jessica Tuft. Jessica has graduated this morning with a Bachelor of Laws. Over the course of her degree, Jessica balanced study alongside raising her 2 children, life as a solo parent, and illness, while continuing with her studies throughout. In addition to these commitments and challenges, Jessica co-founded Lex Wahine, a woman in law association for Tauranga students, focused on supporting and creating opportunities for female law students. This went on to win the Waikato Students' Union Tauranga Club of the Year Award. She is now pursuing a career in criminal defence. Will you please welcome to the podium to give our graduate address for this morning, Jessica Tuft.
Hi, my name is Jessica Taft, and I want to start by saying that standing here today is a real privilege. Thank you to Chancellor Susan Hassel and Vice Chancellor Neil Quigley for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the graduating class. To my fellow graduates, we made it. However each of us got here, whether it felt steady or completely chaotic at times, today is proof that we all kept going. Despite the roller coaster we were all on, a law degree, as well as any degree, demands a lot from you. So this moment matters, and everyone graduating here today has earned it. I want to congratulate all of you for your incredible efforts. A big part of university is about learning how to keep pushing through when things get hard. It's about finding your people, building resilience that you can take into your personal and professional lives, as well as coming to the realization that you actually are more capable than you thought. There have been moments of doubt for all of us, times where the workload simply felt too much, but we made it here today, and we should all be proud of ourselves. I also want to acknowledge our lecturers. You've guided us through our studies for the last 4 years of our lives, and you've done it with patience and your utmost commitment. You supported us often in ways that went beyond the classroom. To our families and friends, thank you. You've been the constant behind the scenes. You've listened to us talk about our studies for years, and you've supported us through our stress, long nights, and moments where we question whether we could actually do this. This achievement belongs to you as well. For myself and many law students, the decision to study law came from the curiosity of why decisions are made, how they are made, the systems that operate, and how justice is ultimately shaped across all avenues of the legal realm. And somewhere along the way, we started to find our place within it. There have been many memorable experiences over the course of this degree, but the most memorable thing for me was establishing Lex Wahine, alongside Molly Sprague and Manshika Sharma, who are also graduating today. What began as a small conversation over simple recognition that there was space to better support women in law grew into something that connected so many people, created incredible opportunities, and showed us all that there is more than one way to belong in this profession. Being part of that showed us that the law is not just what's written in legislations or argued in courtrooms, but about our community we serve, our relationships within it, and the responsibility we carry to make the system better than we found it. And now, as graduates, we step into a position where we can influence that impact. If there's anything I can leave you with, it's this. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate the value of your voice, the value of your perspective, and the value of what you bring into the profession you have chosen. Our system needs people who are willing to listen, who approach situations carefully and with care, and people who act with integrity. Each of us brings our own perspectives, shaped by our own experiences, and that is something we can all hold on to moving forward. Today is a celebration, but it's also a beginning for all of us. Today we leave not just with a degree, but with the responsibility that comes with it. Whatever we choose to do next, we have the ability to contribute, to challenge, and to uphold our laws, and to create meaningful, impactful change. So take a moment to be proud of yourselves, because this wasn't easy, and we didn't get here by accident. So congratulations to every student here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you to all of our graduates, your family members, friends and supporters who've attended this morning's ceremony. Today, graduates, you have been admitted to the community of scholars at this university. And although your formal association with the university may have ended as a student, you are now warmly welcomed as a member of the university's alumni community. We look forward to staying in touch with you and hearing of your future success. You have had the opportunity here in Tauranga to study at a world-class university, and we know that you will make the best of the education that you have received here. Good luck to all of you. That brings us to a close for this morning. Can I please ask everyone to stand for the procession of staff and graduates out of the theatre.
Miss Worldwide,